Hello, folks. Welcome to the third and final game between London Conspiracy and Team Ad Finem. I'm Llama Down Under. We've had a bit of a switch up because PQ'd been awake for literally hours. Many of them, double digit even. And now we've got Mini Esports joining us. How you doing, Mini?
Hey Llama, yeah, I'm doing good. Haven't casted for a while, so it always feels good to be back.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you. As you said, it's been a bit. We've had stuff going on, but this game, we're on to a third game. In case you don't know the history, Mini, London Conspiracy of course, used to have the roster of Ad Finem as London Conspiracy. So this is kind of London Conspiracy versus X London Conspiracy. And Nature's Prophet gets through again, a hero that has been doing work in all two of the previous games. English is hard, folks. So I'm excited.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's a decent grudge match. But Chen already picked up on the board, and Chen is one of those heroes that is kind of like the trademark for what the team's going to do. For example, like, there's a couple of heroes in the game that when you pick them, particularly in a certain draft or particularly early on, is that it shapes the whole draft from then on out. Like Chen, for example, you want to sort of group up on a push, and that sort of dictates how or where the game's going to go from then on. And so we can assume that draft is going to follow suit as well. Beastmaster is a hero that very does synergize very well with continuing the push, particularly with the inner beast, but also because he's a very, very good necro carrier, and it really, really works well just in terms of pushing lights in general.
Yep. We're gonna be seeing the Beastmaster as well, right? It's great. The Jug banned out, I like that business. And the Witch Doctor, which is normally actually something folks like to pick up against the Chen.
I think Venge has to be. Like there's probably the top three supports for these pushing lineups is Oracle, Witch Doctor, or Venge, and I think Venge is actually the top pick. Venge has to be the pick here. Not only that, but it's very good against Bane as well. If Venge doesn't get picked here from London Conspiracy, I'll be very surprised. It just synergizes so well with all the creeps from Chen and both Beastmaster because of the Vengeance aura. Plus, to give you some reliable lockdown that you desperately need. Like one issue with like when you play Chen lineups though is that you actually have trouble killing heroes because you don't have the right amount of lockdown, and then just with a simple reliable stun is very, very good for that. So if he doesn't, I think it has to get picked here because I'm assuming it will get banned out. If not from Team Adfin.
Yeah, there's no
not,
way. You're right. There's no way it'll get through if they pick up a core.
Yeah, I'm surprised it wasn't picked or wasn't banned in the second phase. Honestly, like Venge is a top tier ban, like or pick. Like you see, here at teams like Alliance or EG, they'll either pick it or ban it straight away if they're not the first pick. Obviously, you have other heroes like Chen and Nature Prophet on the board as well, but Venge is a very top hero, and they picked Shadow Demon instead. Very surprised, to be honest.
Now, Shadow Demon, do you think this is an attempt to help? I mean, okay, I was gonna say maybe it's to help scout the Nature's Prophet some, but they have a Hawk for that. There's no reason that they would need poison as much to find the Nature's Prophet in the trees.
It's a good counter, like play against Bane's ulti, obviously just disrupt the one who's getting grips. I think that's the biggest thing, but at the same time, like Venge is a great counterplay to Bane as well because of that reason. Is decently against you. It's definitely about the zoner out than like Venge, for example. So whatever the short lane is going to be for London Conspiracy, you can easily box out the Nature's Prophet in lane. But I think for the whole strategy that we're going for, I definitely would have preferred Venge and then Shadow Demon. But also you can disrupt obviously the track, which is probably one of the biggest reasons why they picked him up. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we're gonna be waiting on that ban. It still actually could be the Venge. Right, for London Conspiracy?
Bench carry, yeah, I guess so.
It's not... Oh, okay, they ban out the Spectre. Ad Finem did just win dominantly with a Spectre. A 23-minute win with a Spectre, not something we see every day. And London Conspiracy, what do you think they want to avoid here, Minnie?
Avoid? So they got their carry next picked up. Jaro is banned. That's probably the biggest hero against Chen. Ban up Lycan instead. I don't know, so depending on what the team admin's already gone,
yeah,
I think they've got a lot of sort of split pushing, so they have to kind of go towards that. Like they've got Bounty Hunter, Queen, Bane, all the heroes that can sort of pick off while Nature probably rats. So a hero that can really contribute in terms of solo pickoffs, like Jug is one of the best, and obviously. I don't know. Morphling could definitely be on the board with that. Like, if you go shotgun build, could easily solo pick off a lot of heroes, and is a great laner as well against Beastmaster. My bet is on Morphling.
Now, the Lycan ban out, it's something that Ad Finem is very comfortable with. They're really good at forcing you to play their game in split pushing or with having the Nature's Prophet control the tempo. And of course, that's something which London Conspiracy's lineup isn't super built for it since this Chen and the Beast Monster, while they can be built for team fighting, it looks like they're here for pushing. Advenem though, oh, Timber? Is
Okay,
it?
that's out of the blue. I mean,
Okay.
it's good though. Like, it gives them a lot of wave clear, which they
Yeah.
were desperately lacking. Like this, if you think about this, so many minions. Like you have Forge Spirits and Invoker, obviously the Beastmasters, Call of the Wild, plus his Necro, plus Chain Creeps. It's a lot of creeps. And Tim's obviously very good at a wave clear because obviously everything's been AOE.
On the other hand, with so many units, I mean, it does help you. You'll have lots of reactive armor stacks up. Some of those units hit pretty hard, though. The other thing to mention, I haven't seen too much of this. I'm waiting for the day we see it. Nature's Prophet plus Timbersaw should technically have extra synergy, because you could put down a Sprout to make sure that the Whirling Death is pure, to let someone Timber Chain away. Maybe
That's
one
some
day I'll
next
see
level
that.
stuff, mate. Some next level stuff.
I'm like, I know it's there, and I'm sure that people have practiced with it. I think it's just so hard to execute in a team fight, right? Because you're using those spells for other things. But I'm so excited for the day we see where it's just like, wow, that guy only died because he put a Sprout down and it was pure damage.
Yeah, like it's kind of similar to obviously a Windrunner and Nature's Prophet. Sven is going to be the carry here. Like, I think Sven and Jug are probably the two best carries for Chen lineups though, because they both offer so much to the push. Obviously, I think Jug's a little bit better because it offers a bit better of a sustain with obviously healing ward, but Sven good nonetheless because obviously the Warcry and the bonus armor, which is very useful when pushing up into high ground. So yeah, and to be honest, just from the draft alone, I think London Conspiracies is it's just superior in a lot of ways. Honestly, like it's just so easy to execute. Like you just group up with Chen and you play 5-man Dota, and as long as the lanes go according to plan and there's no disastrous in terms of lane phase, I think Adfinim are going to have a very hard time to try and find pickoffs really. Like they've got the heroes to do it. Obviously they've got Prophet, Bounty Hunter, and obviously like heroes like Bane that are very good for pickoffs. But yeah, as long as London Conspiracy play a good game of Dota, it's going to be very difficult for them to lose, I think.
I really agree with you there. And something else that's scary is Sven is a hero who scales pretty dang well anyway, right? He can
Yeah,
build to go later, so it's not like all of this all their eggs in one basket for London Conspiracy.
and that's the thing. Like Adfinim went for like a carry Timbersaw, which like in this game I think it can work definitely. Like they do need some creep clear, but like you're putting all your eggs on a carry Timbersaw, which like I think they're in the two sort of mindsets. Obviously, they don't want Admin don't want to lose early because they're playing against a chance. They're like, oh, okay, we've got to go for a carry that can deal with that. But then at the same time, London Conspiracy's draft, as you mentioned, isn't that bad late game. They've got Invoker, they've got Sven, they've got Beastmaster, all very good late game heroes. So Admin, I think they're losing on both fronts. Like they're gonna struggle to keep their game okay in the early game, and then if it does go into the late game, they're going to struggle because they don't have the greatest carries. Like Timbersaw, Co-op, and Nature's Prophet, they aren't the regular hard game carries that we're usually seeing.
Yeah, I'm pretty dang excited to see this one go down. The first match, definitely constantly in London Conspiracy's favor, although Adfinem did an admirable job of holding out there. But the second match was a complete stomp by Adfinem after about the 8-minute mark, where they took team fight after team fight, where they were dominant. And I'm excited. This lineup, as you said, though, for Adfinem, a lot harder to execute than London Conspiracy, so we'll see exactly where things lie. Pause is still going on because that's the rules. This series has been full of pauses.
But yeah, I mean, just quickly going over it again, like Adfinim, I think they definitely can win this game easily. I'm not saying the game's over, but it's just their win condition is a very small in that respect, and I think it all relies on getting a lot of kills. But simply, they have the heroes to do it, but they have to take advantage of the bounty hunter track because if they're not ahead of kills by 5, 10. That like 5 or 10 kills ahead, they're going to struggle to keep their towers intact. Like think of like say like 4 or 5 minutes in when Chen's taking their top tower, like who can rotate? Like Timbersaw's going to be focused on his lane. Bane is not a hero that can rotate to take the wave off the towers. Like they have to find kills to get ahead because they don't have a way to almost stem the bleeding that is going to be coming very shortly.
Yeah, and you don't have a lot of mistakes you can make against an early push lineup. You really need to make sure that you get your heroes online with their timings, find pickoffs to delay things. Really, Madara, his effigy is just anti-mage standing there. That is some bad effigies. Okay, but back into the game. Sorry, we've had lots of pauses and I realized I haven't checked out the effigies at all. Maybe next time, do you think that this bounty hunter can make enough space here? Like, he's got a rough job cut out for him.
He can sit mid though. Like Quap is a very easy hero to rotate on. like sorry, with, excuse me, like he's roaming on the Invoker, and like Quap can kill the Invoker easily at level 2 with a dagger and blink. Like they should easily be able to secure a kill on the Invoker. And Shadow Demon isn't one of those heroes that can easily sort of sit mid. Yes, he's got disruption, but he's not like a Dazzle, for example. So I think Bounty Hunter is going to do a lot of work, particularly in the mid lane, as well as bottom actually as well. Like this Bounty Hunter is actually a very good game. There's a lot of lanes that he can roam and gank on actually, particularly mid though.
He's also already hit halfway to level 2 because he managed to get that D-Ward and got the solo experience. So he's off to a great start. And it's just going to be a matter of, as you said, can they set up kills in the other lanes? Quap, fantastic for that. And here we go.
He's got a sentry on him as well. Does Invoker have a sentry? I can't click on him for some reason. I can't even see the enemy heroes on the on
Press
Dire side for some
F1.
reason.
Are they there now?
Still, no, bugged. Still bugged.
Okay, just restart. I'd say disconnect, restart.
Alright,
You probably have some weird bug. I haven't heard of that one yet. What is this? He always types "Good luck, have fun 5," and I'm always impressed when Dota players make typos. I'm like, come on, your fingers, you're made for precision.
Hey, oh yeah, they're back. Sorry, I'm back.
No worries.
Yeah, so Invoker has a sentry as well, actually. So that'd be important. Oh, this is one thing I love to see, and I never see it enough actually. When Bounty plays against Chen, like you really do have to disrupt the Chen's kind of ability to bomb, because Chen is the most integral part of London Conspiracy's draft. If he has a good time, then he can completely dictate how this game goes in terms of pushing. And Bounty Hunter already sort of blocked out his hard camp here on the left side. Very, very important.
I think it's really rough though, right now though, to block all of Chen's good spots, right? Because of course Chen does have this hard camp, that hard camp, you might even be able to snatch a good creep from there. So yes, they've disrupted it, but not maybe as much as they'd like. They did get the sentry in mid, and the other sentry is sitting up on the Shadow Demon. They actually got 4 across the map on London Conspiracy.
Yeah. Oh, mid lane, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, there's also an action up top and mid, though. They're going on to Baby Knight. There are a lot of heroes here. There's going to be a Sunstrike Thug taking a lot of damage. He eats the Fairy Fire, gets that first blood. And up in top, it does look like Sven able to run it away. So first blood going the way of Finem.
Yeah, that was a really good play from B though. For some reason, like he had some kind of spidey sense. And I almost assumed that Bounty Hunter was going to be there. Like without, if the Chen was definitely not there, they could Quinn Payne would easily not have died there. But instead, they tried 1-for-1. Still in favour though. They got the first blood on the Invoker, more or less.
Yeah, and a very nice kill. It's not awful for Chen to have gotten the solo experience there. You know, it gets him off to a good start, even though he had to spend a lot of time ferrying salves and stuff because they don't want their courier to get bounty sniped. And now Chen should be pretty aware that his camp is blocked up, although he's going for a rotation. And yeah, they just also saw the Bounty Hunter chasing the Chen. So not going to be able to get too much work done here. In bottom, though, Madara... he's stacking up well against the Beastmaster. Beastmaster, a hero that traditionally does really well against other solos.
Yeah, but so Timber's like it's interesting what Admin are doing. So they sent up the Bane top lane with Nature's Prophet. And I like the decision to do this though, because if it's just Nature's Prophet by himself, like I said, like Shadow Demon would easily have been able to box him out. But not only that, but they could easily sort of secure the top lane as well. But with Bane starting up here, it puts a lot of pressure on this top lane, and Timbersaw can easily handle himself bottom lane as well. So the lane decision I do like from Admin, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's also extra nice because of course that Whirling Death, really nice against strength heroes. In mid, for Thug, he almost died. He manages to blink away and salve up between the cold, or after the cold snap's done from Baby Knight. So really clutch there, but must be frustrating for Baby Knight because of course he was so close to killing Thug.
It looks like it's going to be a quasi-exalt Joker as well this game, so I think he's going to focus a lot on full spirits, which makes a lot of sense really. A lot of minion based into the draft of Thunder Spirits of the Beastmaster Chen. Oh, actually Chen just got his,
yeah, he does
off.
immediately dust, but I'm not sure. Okay, he has the Purge creep. That creep is going to get hit once by Bounty Hunter. I don't think he has enough to kill. There are rotations coming in from the Shadow Demon, but he also, no boots, isn't quite able to get in distance. Oh, I was wrong. There's going to be a Sunstrike. Bounty Hunter, one more auto attack brings him down. Nice high ground positioning.
Yeah, really nice, just play from both the Shadow Demon and Invoker there, and that's another reason probably why they picked up the Shadow Demon. Obviously contributes so nicely with the Invoker, sets up the easy Sunstrikes, as we saw there.
Yeah, on this top lane though, they're doing, as you talked about, Bane's doing a really good job of contesting the Sven's farm. Not nearly as farmed as we've seen from previous Sven lineups, and that's going to help a lot. The Sven He can just kind of be there for the creeps to Warcry, but obviously if you can get up an early blink on him, you can get pickoffs before those pushes.
Really nice play from the Nature Prophet as well, scouting out the chin with this creepy. Oh, Bane's still in trouble though.
Yeah, he gets purged up and slowed. They're gonna use the Soul Catcher first because they want the Stormhammer to do a lot of work, and Spartan going down couldn't turn and get the Brain Sap off, but in mid, Baby Knight dies again.
This bounty hunter's doing a lot of work actually, just pressuring a lot, particularly in the mid lane, and just making Invoker have a hard time. Already died once, and now died a second time as well because of this roaming bounty hunter. And this is honestly what admin needed if they were going to even have a chance in this game, is just for this bounty hunter to do as much, if not more, work for this Chen. But Chelkin of Chen top lane again.
Oh yeah, they're coming in for it. There's gonna be a Stormhammer and a stun. Oh, I mean a Sunstrike out onto Skylark, goes down to the Chen creeps, and now Spartan slowed up, does use the Brain Sap, but you can't walk away from this one. And we lose the Bane as well.
Man, that Satire Banisher from Chen is actually such an annoying creep to deal with, man. A 3-second cooldown on Purge and makes them run like incredibly slow, and it's setting up so many kills, particularly in this top lane. But I think it's time now for Bane to step away from top, maybe try and have a focus on other parts of the lane. Prophet has actually TP'd mid as well into the Invoker.
Yeah.
Might set the kill here if they can.
Yep, they're gonna probably be able to get this Baby Knight. No points in that Wex yet, so can't turn invisible. Looking like they kind of were split on exactly how they wanted to go. Prophet about to run into danger. The Chen coming in. Soul Catcher again. Dust popped as well, just in case Bounty Hunter's around, and a quick kill onto Nature's Prophet. Bounty Hunter is coming around on the back lines, but he shouldn't be running into anyone low enough to kill since Baby Knight has salved up.
Yeah. I just, in that instance there, Queen of Pain didn't have enough mana to kill the Invoker, unfortunately, so just slight miscoordination, and now actually Queen of Pain might be in trouble. No, it's gonna blink away and should be fine. Sunstrike, oh my god!
Yeah, 2 health. One? Was it 1?
Oh
okay,
god,
she
it
has
was
to
1 HP.
dodge
Oh
poison.
my
There's gonna be, yeah, she'll be fine. But 1 health coming out. Bounty Hunter now trying to help out, maybe seeing if they can get something done. But Double Dust! Maybe next time in so much trouble. They see you, they've seen it all, and it's looking like Spartan probably gonna fall too if he's not careful. There's a nice disruption, saving the life on the Shadow Demon. Skylark in a bad position as well, so Spartan still able to stay alive. Skylark going for the TP away, and there's no rock throw up?
Yeah, man, I think that's just Miss Micro, because it was definitely up, I saw.
Yeah, just doesn't manage to get it, so a mess of a team fight in the woods. London Conspiracy coming out just ahead, and this game very even between these two teams.
Yeah, and that's just a really nice play from everyone there, actually. Like, Shadow Demon just bought enough time to disrupt himself, although he does still go down, so he kills the kill on the Bane as well.
Oh, Primal Roar in the bottom lane. We're gonna have a Sunstrike on Madara, blown up there. Nothing maybe next time can do, even though he shares this damage.
Actually, top lane Chen as well, getting really active actually recently, and might get a kill on the Prophet as well.
Skylark, he would need. Okay, he does not manage to get away. Oh, sorry, he does not manage to get killed. But in bottom, Bounty Hunter thinking of going on Kefka. They've got a Bane. I think they need 1 more to do anything here. And there's gonna be the Soul Catcher again. The axes are there, ready from Kefka. Goes through maybe next time as well. They tank the Sunstrike together. Nobody's gone down yet. And now Madara coming back in. Chakram not exactly where he wants it to be, but Nature's Prophet coming in. Immediately eating his way out of the trees, says Solon. But no, he goes down. And Whirling Blade with the trees. Doing some work.
Pure damage, man. There's a little bit of synergy there. But yeah, the London Conspiracy are still in a very good position. And I think it just simply goes down to, like, you compare this Bounty Hunter to the Chen. Like, Bounty Hunter did actually do a very good job in shutting down this Chen, but Viva has just able to be able to find so many ganks and so many kills, particularly in the top lane. He's at level 6, he's 503, and you just compare these two sort of secondary supports, and Chen is leaps and bounds ahead of this Bounty Hunter, and as a result, his team's ahead by leaps and bounds as well.
Yeah, now that has potential to change up. Thug completely spotted by this beautiful ward up here, so not maybe going to get what he wants out of this rotation. And this tower is in deny range, so they should be able to get the deny on it. Well played. Chen losing out on some gold there.
Oh, top.
Okay, we're having a little bit of a go. There's going to be a disruption. Sunstrike off the mark. Bad timing there, but Skylark still in a lot of trouble. Sonic Wave comes out on through. She has a blink forwards the Nature's Wrath as well. She dodges the Stormhammer. Now Jalape's going to fall. Stunned too late from the Chen creep. Quap getting both those kills and the Nature's Prophet surviving.
Oh man, that was so nice play there by Fug, and gets the mega kill streak on Chen as well, so that's a massive swing of gold, honestly. Yes, the tier 1 tower still goes down, but I think with the tier 1 going down at least 9 minutes, I think they were going to be okay with that, honestly.
And it was a deny. Like, you're...
Yeah.
It's the least important tower in the game as well. That offlane
Yeah.
one, it doesn't even have the Roche control that the Dire offlane does, so you're just kind of like, whatever, no sweat off my back.
Yeah, definitely.
How do you feel about this Invoker not even having the one value point in Wex to have the Ghost walk away? Of course there's a Bounty Hunter, but it's not something we see a lot, the complete lack of a point in Wex.
Oh, talking of him, he's gonna get gripped actually.
Yeah, do they have enough damage between these two? There's no Nature's Wrath, they're going in for it. The Hand of God comes out, and that was a Fiend's Grip used for no kill.
Oh,
Spartan taking a lot of damage. Yeah, he's going down. One more auto attack.
Oh my god, man. Jeez. But yeah, like going back to your point though about not having a point of Wex, I think like not having a point of Wex, like no, I think it's certain matchups you want to get. Like so, obviously he doesn't have Electitude in. I think it's the biggest thing because Ghostwalk, as you said, yeah, he doesn't have it. But like playing against a Bounty, it doesn't even matter if he has Ghostwalk or not. Like he died once or twice in the lane, but if he had Ghostwalk, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because he got bursted down. So I think just getting more points in Quas and Exhort, it just makes his Forge Spirits very, very strong. And he's got two of them at very early level as well. Level 9 has 2 Forge Spirits out. And I think that's his biggest reasoning for why he's gone no points at work, so he can get the Forge Spirits out as soon as possible.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Also, Radiant Courier just getting picked off here with a point booster on it from Madara. So that Bloodstone gonna be a little bit later than Madara wants. Okay, we have Primal Roar also coming out on maybe next time, who's been scouted under a sentry, and that is a quick kill.
Return to nature.
Pika, I don't know if you did. Oh no, Pika. Mini, did you press push to talk? I don't know if you're.
No, sorry, I'm just reloading into Dota. The thing is still bugging out, actually. Yeah, for some reason, like I can only see Radiant's vision, but I can flick back and forth between Radiant's Dyers and all vision, but it only shows the heroes when they're.
Okay, big
weird
Sonic
bug.
Wave in mid lane. They also followed up with the Nature's Wrath, and now Baby Knight in a bad spot, going to fall. Another good gank, Jalopy. He isn't going to go down here. A nice Chen creep transfer there, it looks like. Trying to get the Nightmare off of Jalopy. So, a good set of picks. Yeah, no worries.
Hey, it
F1
works.
is the
It
default
works.
key. So
I reloaded into Dota, it works now, it's fun. Yeah, it wasn't like a F1, F2. I promise I'm not that stupid, I promise you. But yes, I didn't see that last team, but apologies.
yeah, just a good Sonic Wave into the Nature's Wrath. That's how they've been setting up a lot of these. Orchid going to be up soon on Thug. Nature's Prophet has the drums almost, or could buy them out, but no courier. And down bottom, they're going to give it a go onto Kefka. He's been tracked, he's been slowed up. The ball now going to turn around. They Fiend's Grip. This time they have more damage coming in. Sunstrike, though, onto Spartan. Will he just go down to these creeps? Axis fly out? No. No chance for the boars to kill him this time. And Spartan doesn't die to minions again.
A really nice play from Finem, and I think they're realizing, like, as long as they can try and keep London Conspiracy kind of disjointed in terms of not bring up as 5, I think I can find solo pickups here. It delays the push of London Conspiracy as 5 very, very much so, and they're doing very, very well, finding kill after kill with Bounty Hunter, Nature Prophet, and Bane. So really nice play, and they're going to continue to do so as well.
Yeah, I think really well done here. The push lineup, I don't know if it's been super delayed because London Conspiracy now have the opportunity to kind of build a little bit differently. They did get drums on the Invoker, but Sven has that Helm of the Dominator, so his options are still wide open. But certainly for the Chen, you have to be careful. Even with the mech, even with the Ags, the Guardian Greaves, the Chen's effectiveness does eventually begin to fall off.
Yeah, definitely. I think Helmut Dom is good on Sven, like regardless of what kind of style of play you're going to go for, though, because like he can permanently keep on stacking ancients, and he's maxed out cleave as well, which I think is probably the best way to play Sven, because that way you can just secure yourself a lot of farm, and if your group happens 5 and taking towers, then you can always be fucking ancients for guaranteed farm, which is going to make him top of the net worth.
Kefka coming in, wants to get... Oh, isn't quite in range for the Primal Roar because Thug manages to walk out of the ward vision. Primal Roar does now come out along with a Sunstrike. Kaboom! Goodbye to Quap.
This tier 2 might be in danger as well. They've got... Oh, they don't want to push it though. Quap is dead. I thought they was going to push actually with the Necrom units on Beastmaster, but going to fall back, feeling like it's unsafe.
And speaking of being unsafe, Fiend's Grip on the bottom lane, Chakram gonna come out as well. They should have more than enough damage. Quick kill there for Bane, and now their push happening on the tier 1 in bottom.
Again, fun solo pick-off, and this is just their game plan, honestly, because I don't think Finem can actually group up as 5. Like, when London Conspiracy group up as 5 and start taking team fights as 5, I don't think Finem have the really ability to do so. So they've got to try and find sort of singular pick-offs as they're doing, and try and split push, and try and really sort of disrupt the game plan of London Conspiracy.
And they're doing an excellent job working to control the tempo, Nature's Prophet's rotations, and also just the sonic waves with the Nature's Wrath. Maybe next time has a haste. Gonna be wandering around. He did hit good timing on that level 6, and there's been a couple of track kills since. So Finem, they're now in a good spot for even if they trade, they still come out on top. Oh, and he finds his entry immediately. Well played.
I think the biggest point of contention next is going to be Roshan. London Conspiracy can easily take it. And Finem, really, on the other hand, they don't really have the greatest way of doing, like Timbersaw, obviously Quap, all of them don't really have the greatest physical damage to really sustain killing Roshan. So I think the biggest thing they can do is that when London Conspiracy do try and go for Rosh, that Finem have to try and find a good trade, whether that's getting like a tier 1 or tier 2 tower, or even try and maybe deter them from doing Roche, but they have to do something when the time comes. Because Roche is definitely going to be the X factor in this game, I believe.
Now, Quap does have the Orchid up. We're actually still at a very close game. Obviously, the Sven farming away just fine, as is the Invoker, and then, of course, the Chen much richer than the other supports, as we discussed. So the net worth chart very close. Maybe next time they have a good idea that he's here, but they do not have dust between them. Yeah, the Chen has dust all the way up in the jungle, so maybe next time should be fine.
Yeah.
What do you think is the next kind of pick-off? They're obviously getting some good work done, potentially pushing up this top tower. Do they just try to go for that one? Okay, never mind. There's going to be a silence onto Baby Knight. They do have the Sonic Wave at the ready. Fiend's Grip? No, that's just going to be the Brain Sap on the backlines. Now it's the Fiend's Grip. Hand of God not doing enough work. Sonic Wave picks him off in the back, but Spartan going to fall for this. Totally worth it for an Invoker. But the push probably stopped. In the backlines, Chen has been tracked up. Biver throws out the dust, doesn't hit on anyone. Madara now coming close as well. And maybe next time, just tracking up their backlines.
Yeah, Quap just used ulti. So I think that's their biggest team fight use there. They killed obviously Invoker, but when Quap ulti is down, they do not want to be fighting. Bounty Hunter might try and go for this Curry, actually. He's going to get it. Yep.
Yeah, goodbye, Courier. There is going to be a disruption, trying to buy time for someone else to come in, but Bounty Hunter just TPs away. Well played there.
Really smooth. But yeah, like I said, that was obviously a good trade. They traded the Bane for the Invoker there. And this is what they need to do, like, because every single time Finem get a kill on London Conspiracy, it really delays the push. Like, it's been 16 minutes, and London Conspiracy, like, I've got pretty one or two towers, which is the tower mid and the tower top, but they haven't really been able to really group up as 5 as much as they'd really like to. And this all comes back to Finem really finding these key pickoffs, time and time again, obviously with the Orchid on Quap, really able to find a lot of pickoffs as a result.
And we've seen this time and time again, right? Where the early push lineups, they usually get something done, as you said. By 16, by the 20-minute mark, they're usually pounding on your front door, getting ready to take your racks. That nothing has happened yet. It's not the best of signs for London Conspiracy. They do smoke up right on top of the Bounty Hunter! Again, really nice. The dust not gonna hit. Maybe next time. Just having a blast. He does actually get caught out here a little bit. He's in trouble now. He will die, but I think for popping a smoke, oh my goodness, no, he's not even...
He's got hat.
He's fine.
Quillen Blade. Oh, he's fine.
He's completely fine.
God.
Oh my goodness, this Bounty Hunter. Talk about being a cat with 9 lives.
He's just created a lot of space.
Oh, up on top though, Skylark dies. To the solo Beastmaster. Level 2 Necronomicon doing work.
He's got level 3 now as well. And this is kind of where it gets scary, because there's just so many minions for Finem to deal with. Like, how can they, like, it has to just be from, like, Timbersaw and Quap ulti to kill these minions, but when London Conspiracy sort of brought them as 5, like, Finem are really going to struggle in doing that. But Bounty Hunter...
He was spotted by the Hawk.
Yeah.
So,
but
no
here comes Roche though,
pick.
as expected.
Yeah, and of course Dire Advantage helping them get this one. Should be fast as well. Necronomicon 2 will not be up, but even so, they now have the Alacrity, so it should be quick work of this with all the units.
Finem need to trade, like, they can't fight into that, but they're only going to be able to trade a tier 1 tower, which I don't think is enough, honestly, with this trade from Roshan going down.
Yeah, and so Easy rush. Their push is coming on the top line. Invoker gets himself an Aegis. I don't know if they actually want to fight into this on London Conspiracy, although I think that they have some good stuff. Primal Roll will be up. They could try to time it with the Necro Creeps, but instead just going to take the easy tower and bottom.
Sven is rotating up though, he's got Blink, they can easily fight up there. London Spirits definitely want to take a fight, they've got Aegis, plus I think they have the superior team fight as well. If they can find the right jump, they're definitely in favour. TP coming in.
Yeah, but the lineup on Finem trying to back on out. So Spartan looks like he might be caught at least. Baby Knight immediately nightmare up. That's transferred off Fiend's Grip onto Jalopy. Oh goodness, this team fight is a big, scrappy mess. They've already lost two. The Quap is gone, and it doesn't look like Finem can take it. Madara trying to get out, but there were no good trees to get to. Nature's Prophet goes down as well. Madara, he doesn't manage to get the chain. And all of them full healed up on London Conspiracy. What a disaster.
Yeah, definitely, and this, I mean, like, London Conspiracy are in such a good position, like, they want to take fights as much as possible as 5, it's Admin that really need to be careful in terms of taking groups up as 5, but like, Admin need to find, like, split push and try and find pickoffs, because when London Conspiracy group as 5, they're unstoppable, like, there's so many minions, like, Forge Spirits, Beastmasters, Hawk, plus Boar, plus his, Necro, plus Chen Creeps, there's just so much minions and so much damage that... Like that team fight there, it was London Conspiracy was 3v5 until Beastmaster showed up late, and now look at this push. Look how many creeps! Oh my god, man, so much.
Yeah, oh, Sven jumping forwards, getting a pick onto Spartan, and as you said, here comes the push. They're also going to get the disruption onto the Bounty Hunter on the sidelines. Oh, the Sunstrike just picks him off solo, and suddenly they're fighting this 3v5. No buybacks at the ready for Finem, and their Rax in danger. It's the push. It's what we talked about. 20 minutes, they're knocking on your front door, whether the game's going well or not. Skylark trying to make space in the top lane, but this Chakram isn't going to be enough to get rid of all the creeps. Madara trying to Timber Chain across, but oh no, he kills one of the big old Necronomicons, loses a lot of health there, and now their melee Rax taking a lot of damage. Jalopy just pounding away at a Primal Roll onto Thug. Jalopy is going to see quick work of this Quap. Quap very, very low there, just throwing out Chakrams trying to help, but it's not enough. Skylark may have gotten top towers, but it doesn't matter. They are all returning back. Sprout catching out Jalopy. There's immediately a disruption onto that Bane, so no Fiend's Grip going to be coming out so easily, and Chakram not quite on the mark. They may have killed the creep army, but London Conspiracy easily able to back on out, and they're going in maybe for more. Baby Knight is tracked up, maybe a big kill if they can get these, but they're just not able to get them. The chain through doesn't kill anyone. Bane goes down, Quap falls. This may just be it. Still no buybacks on Finem. And maybe next time, caught in a rock and a hard place, Madara desperately trying to find someone, but it's going to be him going down. He does have buyback on this Timbersaw, but what is he really going to do? We just saw how ineffectual his hero is at this point in the game.
Just there's so many minions. Like, I mean, that is honestly the.
Sorry, you're cutting in and out. You just said so many minions. Did you? Okay, I don't know what just happened to Minnie. Okay, Minnie is apparently cutting in and out. Hello, I can hear you now.
Hello, I apologise. Yeah, I'm just saying there's just so many minions for London Conspiracy that there's no way that they can really take a fight. Like, there's no way they don't have the greatest initiation is they have like hard hunter ravage, for example, and so when they jump in, when they're forced to initiate, they're taking so much damage from Force Spirits, from Chen Creeps, from everything, and as a result, like, the team fight is just not able to be taken in favour of Finem at the moment. At this time right now, the only hope is Nature Prophet split push. That's the only hope they have, and Prophet is going all instead of Ag, so it's going to be difficult for them to split the push their way to victory this game.
Yep. All of a sudden, London Conspiracy ahead, almost 10,000 net worth. That's what happens when you take a Rax, and Finem, without, I mean, to start even split pushing, they would need an Ags, it feels like, on this Nature's Prophet, and they have nothing.
Yeah, that's what they needed to have had, really. Like, I can understand the Orchid, but actually, Beastmaster might be in trouble.
He actually jumps aggressively forwards onto Thug, gets silenced up. TP rotations coming in from the Nature's Prophet. They're going to try to pick off his Beastmaster. Fiend's Grip as well. Sunstrike will do good work on Spartan, who has to be careful of these creeps coming after him, but Quap will destroy one, and Nature's Prophet going to make sure to kill off the other, even though he tanks a big amount of damage.
Yeah, a decent kill, but obviously on the whole picture, just not enough. Like I said, I think after him, there's no way they can the team fall group as 5. They have to find split push. So getting hero kills like that is definitely a good start on their way back.
But as you said, it is really just a start. They have a lot of work to do to get back this deficit, sitting at 7.5 thousand experience and net worth deficit. And their jungle isn't their own. When we look at this vision, London Conspiracy very much in control of the map.
Link has picked up now Invoker as well, which is going to be very nice because obviously Bounty Track is not going to work, neither is the Orchid from Quap, which I think is probably the more important thing to be blocking on the Link sphere. So Invoker is going to be an absolute beast in this team fights, really. Oh, and obviously Fiend's Rip from Bane as well, very, very important to block.
Speaking of Bane, in the danger zone, gonna be just fine, turns out. But yeah, Invoker, not quite sure how they pick him off. The split pushing is trying to come out from Ad Finem. But even if they do take a Rax, I think London Conspiracy in the same time with their push lineup could take 2. Now, there are a lot of tier 2s up. So London Conspiracy does have to get through those, but it's the same deal for Ad Finem. They do not have access to these towers, even if they get a successful push on top.
Yeah. Probably is going to be in though, so maybe they're going to try and trade, which I think is their best bet because they simply cannot take a team fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep, they're going for the push. Quap is up here as well. Nature's Prophet gonna summon up some trees in a second. They're just poking away at it. He actually doesn't have treants for right now. And the push coming in deep on bottom. They're TPing back out. Quap has her ult. Maybe some lost stand material coming out here. Nature's Wrath is down, but he's coming home too. So the tower already very low. London Conspiracy pounding away at that melee Rax again. Madara needs to throw out Chakra of Dreams. It's going to be a good Sonic Wave hitting out on 4 of them. Immediately Thug getting Primal Roared out though, and he is burnt down. Doesn't matter if you have a BKB or not. Too much physical damage. Jalopy standing there in his BKB. Goes for the TP away, gets cancelled, but they've already burned off the Timbersaw, and that is the GG well played. They call it. London Conspiracy are in the finals.
And it was, I think, honestly, this game wasn't the biggest surprise. I mentioned it a little bit in the draft, but I mean, Anthony played very well, particularly the Bounty Hunter. The Bounty Hunter did everything that he should have done. Like, he needed to create space, and he really did. Like, we set up a lot of kills all over the map. But I mean, just look at the draft from London Conspiracy. Like, I think Chen is the biggest issue there. If I remember from the draft, Anthony actually banned out the Broodmother, which is definitely not first ban material. Like,
She did work in the first game.
Yeah, but I think like. The thing with Broodmother though is like if you first pick a Broodmother, then there's ways to counter him. But when you first pick a Chen, there's not many ways you can counter him, honestly. And we saw in this game, like you just group up as 5. Like we've got Chen, Beastmaster, and Invoker, all those heroes that have great sort of minion control, and you just right-click buildings. And what can Adfinin really do? Like Adfinin played very well actually. Like I'm not saying they played bad. It's just their draft was very, very hard to win with. Their win condition was very small, as I mentioned before, and as a result, was not enough, unfortunately. But good luck to London Conspiracy going further.
Yeah, and they will play up between the winner of Prius and Empire. So that match will be decided tomorrow. We'll see whether they can become, take it all the way. If London Conspiracy can beat out whoever wins between that match. Either way, folks, I'm Llama Down Under. I was joined by Mini Esports. You can find both of us by those names on Twitter. Feel free to give us any and all feedback on making the casting better for you. And we'll see you next time. That's it for BTS for the day. So peace out, folks.